Okay, so let's see what you got. I know some of you are not done, but a lot of you think you're done. So let's see. Okay. We have, my first car was old and ugly. So here we have before the noun car, and old and ugly comes after the linking verb, right? But I loved it anyway. Any there?
No, I know.
No. It was a very bright shade of blue.
Right.
Right?
Right.
Good.
Blue.
Blue. But it also had green, yellow, and gray paint in different places.
Different.
Very good. The body was in terrible condition.
Terrible.
It had several big dents.
This.
Thank you, Noopsia. Okay, several big dents. Okay, remember that numbers, or however many we have, is also an adjective. Several. The lock on the hood was broken. Okay? So I had to tie down the hood with a strong rope. Also, the back bumper was rusty. Okay?
You don't circle the hood. No?
Do you know what the hood is?
So I had to tie down the hood. You don't circle the hood.
No. The reason is, if we look at the picture down here at the bottom, this is the hood. Right here. This part of the car. So that's actually a noun. Yeah. I had to tie down the hood. Okay, but we're missing one.
Yeah, front.
Voila.
Back.
Yeah.
The back bumper. Okay. The back bumper was rusty. And the front window had a big crack in it.
Front.
The front had a big, good. The inside of the car was also in bad condition.
Back.
The door handle on the passenger side was broken. Broken? Missing two.
Yeah,
No.
the single.
The door.
Passenger?
Yeah.
A passenger?
No.
No.
No. Handle.
No passenger.
Door?
Yes.
Good. Okay. So the door handle. What kind of handle? The door handle. Which side? The passenger side. The car. Okay.
Passenger.
So you couldn't open the passenger door from the inside.
Passenger.
Passenger door. Very good. The seats had at least 10 large holes in them.
Large.
Large.
Okay.
10.
Number.
Also, the gas gauge was stuck.
Yes.
Yeah.
Gas.
Stuck.
What kind of gauge? Was stuck. It always showed full.
Oh.
Okay. So I often ran out of gas.
Yes.
House.
Often.
House.
No.
Often. Often.
Why not often?
Why?
Often.
It's not one. Why not?
It's in the eyes.
It's what?
It's number days.
It's in
Why?
the
Frequency,
So,
right?
Yeah.
Tell me again.
adverb.
It's an adverb. It's an adverb. It tells us the frequency. So actually, it's not the same part of speech. Oh, can you see? Okay. The speedometer was broken too. Broken? So I never knew how quickly I was driving.
Driving.
Nothing.
Nothing here. No, because here it's the ing, the past participle, right?
Was.
I was driving. Okay, and why not quickly? I heard quickly.
No.
No? Why not? Adverb. Adverb. It tells me how. How is not an adjective. How is always a manner. How I'm doing something. Adverb. My old VW had many faults. Old? Okay.
Many.
Many? But in my mind, it was perfect. Y'all are aces. You got this. Okay. So let's go back to this. Now I want to talk about putting the adjectives in order, because many of these had only one adjective, but actually when we're writing, we are going to use multiple adjectives to describe the same noun. There are two kinds, as I said earlier. We have cumulative, which means to increase by adding things together, and we have coordinate. So those mean they are equal. So for instance, cumulative, the little cute dog. The little cute dog. Coordinate, she was tall and beautiful. Okay? We'll talk about the differences very soon. Okay, so we have order for cumulative adjectives. Cumulative adjectives must follow a specific order. I can't say the cute little dog, actually. I can't say that in English. I have to say the little cute dog. They work together to provide a more complete description about the noun, and they don't need commas. You do not put commas in between them. Okay? They are actually, you're adding them together. Okay, so if you want to look at your book on page 123, it has the order. So you can follow along there, or you can watch my presentation. So the first one we're going to put is always the quantity. How many? That's always number one. So if you have two, two is going to be the first adjective in the list. If you don't have a number, then you just don't worry about it. You move on to the next one. Okay? So quantity is always mentioned first. So examples, 2, 50, some, many, a few. Next is opinion. Opinion is usually listed second. Like I said, if there's no quantity, then opinion comes first. So we have examples like poor, beautiful, interesting, cheerful, expensive. So it's my opinion as I'm describing something. Next, appearance. And this is a really large category. So quantity is very identifiable. We can say how many. Opinion, we can judge because it says beautiful. It's my opinion, it's beautiful. Appearance is a lot bigger. So we actually have another order that we have to follow when we talk about appearance. Because sometimes you might have two adjectives here that are both appearance. But because they fall into different categories, they have another order just for this section. So we have size, big and little, age, old, new, young, shape, length, round, square, or short, long, condition, rusty, broken, hungry, wet, cold, and color. So black, red, blonde. Okay, then fourth, we'll mention the origin or nationality. And I tried to get all of your nationalities, but I might have missed somebody, so you can tell me if I missed anybody. Okay, we have French, Burkinabe, is that right? No? What is it?
Benin. They're from
Benin? Okay. Sorry. Okay. Congolese, Chinese, Libyan, Saudi Arabian, Vietnamese, and then region, so African, Asian, European, Middle Eastern. And then the material, so what is it made of? That's going to be fifth. We have silk, wood, cotton, gold, metal, or fur. Finally, the last one we are going to list is what kind it is, what use or what purpose. So we have like shoe store, what kind of store? It's a shoe store. So a big shoe store. Shoe is going to be the last word. So shoe as in shoe store. Wedding, what kind of dress? It was a large white wedding dress. Wedding dress. And then reading glasses. What kind of glasses are they? They are for reading. All right, so this is really important. It's fine to put all of these adjectives together and have like 3 adjectives, But if you have more than 3, it gets really hard to understand what you're trying to say, okay? So try to keep your adjective clusters to 3 or less. Preferably less, maybe 2. 2 or 3, that's enough. Don't go more than that. And I'll show you an example. So here, this is a good example. The poor little girl wanted to find her mother. Poor little girl, that's fine to say. Because this is like my judgment, right? I think, oh, poor thing, poor little girl, poor little girl. So this is 2. 1, 2. This is a bad example. The cute, poor, little hungry Guatemalan girl wanted to find her mother. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, stop, don't do that. Okay, what is the writer really trying to say here? I don't know what they're really trying to say. Are they trying to point out that she's Guatemalan? She's from the country Guatemala? Are they trying to point out that she's hungry? Is that why she was trying to find her mother? Is it because she's cute? Or poor? This is really confusing. It's hard for anyone to understand what you're trying to say. So try to keep your adjectives down to 3 or less. Okay? Too many adjectives makes us lose the point. We don't know what you're trying to say. Okay, so now you try. I want you to go to page 124. And I want you to do this by yourself. Okay? And you don't have to write the whole sentence if you don't want to. If you want to write the whole sentence, that's great. You can practice writing. But I just want you to write the noun phrase. So the word like toys is underlined in number 1. There were toys in the middle of the floor. And we have the words broken, several, plastic. We need to put these words in the right order. So several, so this number. Broken is what is of the appearance, they're broken. And then plastic is the material, toys. So let's put them in the right order. And again, you can look at page 123 for the order.